All right, let's take this little sucker for a spin. No key needed. Let's kick her up a notch. Oh, 3. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. I mean, she feels fast. Holy shit. Let's test out the pedal assist. It's a steep ass hill. It's got the gears too. That gets too easy. I know some people aren't a fan of that, having the pedal assist and the gears. I think it's great if your battery dies or whatever. If the pedal assist gets too easy, you can just up the gearing instead of having to lower your pedal assist. It's a steep ass hill. It's carrying me right up the hill in just mode 3. I think it's got like 5 modes. Every other time I've ridden this, I've always kind of thought the brakes on this are not the best. Maybe it's just like, that's how they're supposed to feel. Like you really gotta like squeeze the lever in or whatever. Compared to like the brakes on like the Sur-Ron, they're kind of crap. Like if I ride my Sur-Ron, the brakes are so nice and grippy. These, you really gotta pull them in. Ooh, it takes forever to come to a stop. Shortly after I got my Sur-Ron, that very same summer, my mom got on the e-bike game and she got herself a Cyrusher. So I've only really ridden it a small handful of times, and I thought I'd make a video review on it and compare how it stacks up to something like a Sur-Ron. It's very different from a Sur-Ron, obviously. The battery's only 48 volts, which I guess is fine for a pedal assist bike. I've never really ridden any other pedal assist bikes. One thing, obviously, that's a huge plus over a Sur-Ron. I mean, with bikes like these, they're pedal assist, so you got the pedals. When and if your battery dies, you still got the gears to pedal with and whatnot. That's one downside of a Sur-Ron, is it doesn't have pedals, let alone pedal assist or gears or anything like that. I mean, if your battery dies on your Sur-Ron, you're pretty much screwed. Like, you're gonna have to push it home, or you're pushing it to like the closest outlet to charge it, and then you gotta sit and wait for it to charge and all that. I've had my Sur-Ron battery die on me a couple of times. It would have been really nice if I had pedals instead of having to push it all the way to the closest outlet and then wait to charge it. Things I obviously don't like about it, I mean, like, it's got like a bicycle seat. I mean, those things kind of suck. I don't understand how people sit on those. I had a regular bicycle, and sitting on one of these for like an hour, it hurt my asshole, and it hurt my prostate too somehow, and it hurt my balls. It just hurt everything down below. So the seat sucks. Sur-Ron C, even stock Sur-Ron C is way better. One thing I kind of touch on is like these brakes. I really do not love these brakes. Like even like the stock Sur-Ron brakes, which people say are bad, the stock brakes on the Sur-Ron are way better than these. I really feel like I gotta like really pull it in. Like there's just so much distance your fingers have to travel just to get the damn lock the wheel. So if I'm like going down a hill, or if you got to come to a sudden stop, it just does not quite have the stopping power that I wish that it had. I'm not sure how I feel about the big fat ass wheels. Like, I'm not very smart, as you can tell, so I'm not sure if there's a reason to have such big ass wheels. I mean, I definitely feel safer maneuvering this bike with these fat ass tires, like going around corners and whatnot. Like I got more room to carve around the corners, but they also are kind of weird looking. Like I'm not a fan of how big the tires are. It just looks kind of goofy. It also like makes the bike bigger and longer than I really think it needs to be. Well, my Sur-Ron can fit in the back of an SUV. I tried fitting this in the back of the same SUV my Sur-Ron fit in, and this could not fit. Like it was just too long. Like I feel like there's like a purpose for having such fat tires, but I kind of wish the tires were not so fat. Maybe I'm just stupid. I just don't realize why they're so fat. I don't know if it comes with this rack. I think my mom ordered the rack with it to carry shit on. Now that I'm remembering, I feel like my dad, when he was out hunting, he took this bike with him, and he was riding off-road, obviously, and I feel like it must have worked for him. One thing I love, this bike is so easy to lift, especially compared to the Sur-Ron. The Sur-Ron, I think, is still like 100 pounds even with the battery off of it. That's one knock against the Sur-Ron. It's more of like an actual dirt bike. It's a really light dirt bike, but it's really fucking heavy for a bike. I'm not sure. I don't quite think I've hit the top speed on this thing yet, but this thing fucking zooms. Like just with the throttle alone, I feel like I'm riding my Sur-Ron. If you keep your Sur-Ron stock out of the box, I mean, this bike is as fast as the Sur-Ron out of the box. The bike was maybe like 1,000, maybe 1,500, I don't remember. It's like a fraction of the price of a Sur-Ron. One thing I kind of prefer a little bit about this bike over the Sur-Ron, it's very easy to just like go. So you just flick that, you can keep it on. I don't really know if it matters, but I love that you just like hold the button down It starts up, like no key or anything required. But I mean, I guess that just makes it easier for someone to steal your bike. They don't even need the battery, they can just pedal it away. I feel like a Sur-Ron's a lot harder to steal, but I do love not having to have a key to ride my bike. It happens so often where I got my helmet on, I got the battery and everything, and then I go to leave and I realize, oh shit, I left my key in my room, or I left my keys in my pocket somewhere, or like I gotta go dig around for my key. I was too stupid to remember I need a fucking key to ride this thing. What else can I say about this bike that I haven't said already? Oh man, the suspension is not great. I haven't messed around with it at all yet, but like riding down the hill, it's so damn bumpy and you feel every little bump you hit, versus the Sur-Ron, it's like it's so smooth and cushy. Going off-roading or hitting bumps or whatever, like you barely even feel the bumps unless it's like a fat bump. You increase the pedal assist level and it makes the throttle go even faster. Let's take it out for a spin. I mean, I feel like I got this thing up to almost 30 with just the throttle. I didn't even know that you were allowed to do that. I thought you could only get these kind of bikes up to 30 with pedal assist, but let's try it. All throttle right now. Even just with throttle, it powers right up the hill. I mean, it goes, it's fast, holy shit. Ugh, it's a little awkward to maneuver, not gonna lie, versus the Sur-Ron. I feel like I can like turn around easier on the Sur-Ron. This bike's a bit longer and more awkward to ride. Okay, one more top speed run. Holy shit, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh baby. Oh, but then yep, there's the brakes. The brakes, oh man. Oh man, the brakes are squealing a little bit. That's never great. That's never a great sign when your bike can go that fast and you really want the brakes to work. So okay, there we go. So I did get it up to 30. I think I almost got it up to 31 as well, but I feel like that's like a slight decline on that part of the hill. Not about how fast you can go, it's about how fast you can stop, I usually will say. Just gonna use pedals now. I mean, it can off-road. I mean, I think that's what the big tires are meant for. But it's these damn brakes and the fact that I feel like the suspension is, oh god, I'm like feeling every little bump in my prostate. Oh, see how fast I can get it. This is me pedaling. Okay, let's try mode 5. Oh shit. Oh fuck. It's a little sketch. I started pedaling as fast as I could, and then it felt like it kind of like caught on something, like it couldn't keep up. Then, if I want to, just shut that off, and then you got just your regular gears. Man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna turn this back on. Yeah, the nice thing about bikes like these too, they're street legal. You don't need a license, registration, any of that crap. Unlike obviously the Sur-Ron, maybe it depends on what state you're in, but I know for a fact, I really don't think Sur-Rons are street legal at all, even out of the box. If you're just a regular person and you don't need like a really expensive bike like a Sur-Ron, you want to be able to pedal and you can't really bike up hills. I feel like that's most people. Biking up hills sucks ass. Then I feel like a bike like this is fucking great. Definitely the way of the future. Well, I don't think anybody really needs a Sur-Ron. They're great, but I feel like for just commuting and having something that's street legal, I feel like you can't go wrong with just a regular pedal assist bike, especially like this one. If people watch this video and this video gets a decent amount of likes, I might go out and buy myself another kind of e-bike, like a Super 73. I really want to get a Sur-Ron Ultra B, but I don't think I'll be getting one of those anytime soon. Like a bicycle seat, man, these things are so fucking uncomfortable. Oh god, yeah, that hurts. Oh my